Guys, so cocks, not Glocks. Texas students carry dildos on campus to protest gun law, to protest gun laws. Okay? Rosie Zander, and this is a quote from a history student over at Texas University. We have crazy laws, but this is by far the craziest. That you can't bring a dildo to campus, but you can bring a gun. I hate to break it to you, Rosie Sander, but if a gunman breaks down the doors to your classroom or shoots your teacher in the face and you're faced with MR in front of you, I'm hoping that you would rather have a gun rather than a dildo inside your hand. This is something that's going on at Texas University because they passed this law where students can carry guns thank God they can, and thank God that that's the law. Now, gun control is a real controversial subject. It's something that a lot of people go crazy about. I myself don't know much about the Second Amendment. As far as I know about the Second Amendment is that I'm allowed to own a gun. I'm allowed to carry a gun if I have my carry permit, and that's about it. And that's all that really matters. I think you should respect people's right to carry. I think you respect people's right to choose not to carry, choose not to own a gun. But for those of you who attack and want to protest and want to get rid of guns, let me let you in on a little secret. Guns are not going anywhere. They're part of American society since America's forefathers wrote the Second Amendment. I mean, the guns are part of America. People like to talk about the Chinese and how the Chinese don't need guns, and in China it's illegal to even have a gun unless it's a rifle, and you got to go to extensive training, extensive background for the rifle, and blah 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 blah. But that doesn't matter because guns have never been part of Chinese culture, and guns aren't part of the culture. So the Chinese, don't have it embedded in their skulls to worry about firearms. But I'll tell you who does. That's America. If we lived in a utopian society where guns never existed and everyone was la-di-da-di happy and just go happy go lucky, okay, I accept that. I'd rather there be a world with no guns. But guess what? America has been founded on guns. America's whole it was built around guns. I mean, you can't turn on a movie without showing the Wild Wild West back in the 1700s, twisting little guns and pop. I mean, that's it. The Chinese fought with swords. Okay, now let me tell you something about a woman named Carol Bowen. Carol Bowen was a 30-year-old beautiful woman from Florida who knew that her only defense against a crazy ex was going to be a firearm. Okay, she had surveillance cameras. She had a restraining order against him. His name was Michael something. She had a restraining order against him. She knew that the only thing to save herself would be to go get a gun. She went and she applied for her. She went to go apply for her gun. Went and applied for her gun. They put her on a 3-day waiting list. She didn't make it in 3 days. 2 days after she applied for it, the day before she would have been able to come get her gun, they had her gun wrapped up for her. They had her gun ready to go for her. They had her number on file to call her as soon as your gun was ready. 1 day before that could happen, he came to her Florida home and he stabbed her 30 times to death. He stabbed her right in front of the video cameras that she put up to protect herself. The video cameras protected her. The police protected her. Did anybody protect her? No one saved her. She took it upon herself to go and buy a firearm, try to buy a firearm. She took it upon herself to go try to buy a firearm so she could protect herself against people like him. Okay, she's dead. She's gone now. She's never gonna get that gun. Okay. Now let's talk about something that the news rarely reports on. The news will rarely report on a good guy saving people's lives, who was with the gun. Okay, you hear about all these mass shootings. Bless their hearts. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that things happened in school. Sandy Hook, Columbine. Those guns were stolen, and even for the guns that weren't stolen in these crazy times, like I said, guns cannot ever go anywhere. So it's not practical to think that they are. Okay, so let's talk to you about a good guy saying there was a back to school rally where there was 150 students who attended. Okay, back to school event, 150 students attended this back to school event in Tootsville, Florida. Now, a maniac with a gun opened fire on the children. Okay. A good guy with his, with the concealed carry license, pulled his out, shot the guy right across his head. It was over. No kids were hurt. No pedestrians were hurt. No teachers were hurt. The only one that was hurt, the only one that got hurt, was the guy who got shot in his face because he was trying to kill. He would have murdered all them students if he had the chance. Okay, 150 attended. 0 got killed because a good guy with the gun decided to carry his gun that day, and decided to take him out. Okay. So, police can't be everywhere, people. Police can't be everywhere. Call the police, call the police, call the police. You would have to wait 7 to 10 minutes for a cop to show up if someone's breaking in. I've heard plenty of calls on plenty of police calls where the woman's telling them to hurry up. I got a gun in my hand. Can you please hurry? You can hear the people banging on the door. You can hear the people screaming in the background, and all that all the police operator can say on the other side of that line is, "Okay, well, just stay calm. Police will be there in a second." No. It does not work that way. The people are not waiting. You have to take it upon yourself to protect yourself. You think the person that broke into your house is worried about you calling the cops? They know you call the damn cops. They're relying on the fact that hopefully you don't have a way to protect yourself because you're an old lady, you're weak, or you live alone, or it's a house full of nothing but women and rapists. You have to take it upon yourself to go get yourself the protection that you need. And if you don't want to, that's fine. It's fine to not want to do that. No one's mad. But when I go up to these establishments and to these restaurants and they have signs that say concealed carry not allowed, the whole penal code or whatever, concealed carry not allowed, please no guns allowed. Okay, that's fine. I'll go and I'll take my gun off my ankle. I'll go put it back inside the car just to respect the establishment. But whenever someone with the AR-15 is walking up to that and sees that sign, do you think in their minds they say, "Oh, whoa, I can't take my gun in here. No guns allowed. I gotta go find somewhere else to go kill"? No, they're walking inside of that establishment and they're lighting everybody up because they know that there ain't no guns inside there. There's no guns inside that establishment. It's a gun-free zone. It's a gun-free zone, meaning the only person allowed to carry a gun will be the maniac that goes in there to murder you and your children one day. Don't let America fool you, people, okay? Every time there's a shooting, every time there's a mass shooting, that they want us, they want to talk gun control. Well, gun laws will not do much because when I was 15 years old, I have owned more guns than I do now that I'm 26 and I'm legally able to carry a gun. I've owned more guns when I was 15. How do you think I was getting them guns? How do you think I was getting the same way that people are going to get guns if y'all choose to get rid of guns? Are going to get the guns the same way I did. I just want to put that out there. Thanks very much for listening, guys. I know it was a little bit serious note today. It was. I think it was good to be heard.